From the Oklahoma newsroom, this is a Varsity update. I'm Jenny Carlson. Football is a power out in Cashion, small town power in the high school ranks. Scott Wright joins us on the phone. And Scott, within that small school powerhouse out in Cashion, you've got sort of a power family. Tell us about them.
Well, it's the Cochran family, and for folks out in Cashion, this is a family that has been synonymous with Cashion football for a good long while now. Lynn Shackelford has been there for around a decade as the head coach, and the oldest Cochran boy was in 7th grade whenever he arrived, and so he's coached these guys all the way up. Caden was a very successful quarterback. He's the oldest. Went on to Valdosta State, actually won a national championship at the Division II level as Valdosta State's quarterback. Got into coaching. Now he's at Western Georgia. Cale was the next one up, came through, and he's an assistant coach at Emporia State now. And you've got two more boys coming up, Trey and Cade, who are a junior and a sophomore on the team that is still alive and playing in the semifinals this week. And they come from good stock. Dad was on the 1981 Cashion championship team the last time Cashion won a gold ball.
Wow. My first thought, Scott, is how do mom and dad handle all of this? They've got, like you say, they've got two sons coaching, they've played, they've been in programs where they've played into the playoffs now, the younger son's still playing. How is all of this handled? It's
some pretty crazy stories, particularly back when Caden was playing and going to play in national championship games and things like that. They were at wherever little stadium Cashion was at on a Friday night, and then they were hopping on a plane early Saturday to try to race to somewhere, maybe out in Atlanta or wherever Valdosta State might be playing a big game, and then heading back, and then at that point you had the two young boys who were in junior high, and so they had games on Monday usually. So they were rushing home on Sunday, back to school on Monday, and another game on Monday night. So pretty crazy. And both the older two boys, both of their teams are still alive in the Division II playoffs, and actually, if they can keep, it might take an upset to get them there, but if they can both win this week, they actually will match up with each other in the Division II semifinals in the playoffs. So, pretty crazy stuff.
Well, not only would they match up, but if Cashion can beat Ringling, Scott, on Friday night down in Noble, Cashion will be going back to the state championship game next week. Could be a huge weekend for this family next weekend.
It could be. It could be really crazy, and it's just to add one more layer to this story. Mom Carrie actually survived colon cancer earlier this year, so this family is really taking this stuff in sort of on a different level this year. They're appreciating things like this, opportunities like this even more, and so it was really unique to get to talk to them and just see how much they're enjoying these moments. Talking about trying to get Western Georgia or Emporia State games online. Cashion, you don't always get great wireless connectivity out there, and sometimes they would lose the video feed, and they'd all be sitting around the computer trying to listen to the audio that was coming through online to keep up with these games. And it's a really special family dynamic around football with this family.
It doesn't sound like they think about any of this as a hassle, but a blessing and something they're taking in. Again, Cashion playing Ringling on Friday night out there in Noble. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.